Hi everyone, alongside Mike Trossel, I'm Dave Giancola, and thanks for joining us as we take another look at a champion's journey. We all now know the story of Brooks Koepka. He is at his best when the stakes are highest.
But it was at the 2017 U.S. Open at Erin Hills where that story really started to take shape. Koepka put together 4 straight solid rounds, separating himself from the pack on Sunday en route to a 4-stroke victory, tying the U.S. Open record for score in relation to par.
Let's take a look at every televised shot of Brooks Koepka's 2017 U.S. Open Championship victory. Enjoy.
Tees in the greens, bent grass, a lot of fescue all over this place. How about Brooks Koepka for birdie at 6? Off to a great start. That gets him to 2 under par. Back to Brooks Koepka. Here he is at 7. Birdie putt, now 3 under par. That gets him in a tie for the lead.
This is a difficult driving hole. The fairway slopes right to left, but it's a dogleg left, and a poor tee shot for Koepka got him in a bit of a tight spot here. That'd be a good 2-putt from there, but a bogey nonetheless.
Now Brooks Koepka on the 9th hole for birdie. Shortest hole on the golf course today at 150 yards. Gorgeous putt.
So we're just getting started in the opening round of the 117th playing of the U.S. Open.
Back on 11 here, second shot for Brooks Koepka. Up the hill, partially blind shot. 14 of the 18 holes here at Erin Hills have at least one blind shot. These players peppering the flag. Seems anything but a U.S. Open style course right now. We saw Koepka hit a beautiful iron approach here. This is his birdie putt to get him to 3 under par. These greens, we talked about the condition of the golf course earlier, how perfect the surface is here. Now we're looking at Brooks Koepka. First look here from the back of the 13th, 227 yards. Playing under par. Incredible. Right at it too. Saw Koepka's nice approach with his iron here on the par 3 for birdie. Good all-around game, Koepka. Strong. A little bit of arrogance in a good way. Friendly guy.
Middle, the green.
Oh, Koepka in the go zone here at 14. We haven't seen too many people on the surface in 2. In fact, just the 1.
Oh, settle down. The hazard's there. And that is almost definitely going to fall in the water.
Behind the scenes. Wow, well, Brooks Koepka is in the hazard, but the ball stayed dry. Here he is, playing his 3rd shot.
That is incredibly good fortune, and this should turn around and get back within 20 feet or so. Wow, what a good break that was. And a good shot.
It will happen for him. It's not if, it's when.
Speaking of Koepka, let's get to 5 under. It's an opportunity missed after, as you said, a bit of good fortune. Still, didn't hurt him without a drop shot.
Nope, got out of there. Yeah, I bet if you'd have told him that's what he would make, he would take it.
Now Koepka approaching to 15 from the left side.
Nothing more than a wedge. It's whatever popular club coming in here. And that's right. Is that going to catch it? Okay, that's just bad luck. He is right on top of that spine right there in that green.
Obviously, his coach. He also does a bit of short game work over in Europe with Pete Cowan. He spent some time in Europe playing on the Challenge Tour and then on the main tour before coming to the United States. He said he's just really renewed his focus on wanting to be a big-time champion.
Let's see how far this one rolls by. It's just no stopping it. It's carrying a little bit of speed there. Yeah, I mean,
Just outside right for Koepka?
not much in the spot. Yeah, maybe just barely right center. But I think the hardest part about that one is hitting it hard enough. Coming down that hill and seeing that thing go so fast.
Downwind and a lot shorter.
Here's Brooks Koepka at 16.
The fescue has grown so much in the last 3 weeks that you actually cannot see the front of the green from the tee anymore. That's a wonderful shot.
Koepka for birdie at 16. Oh, he looks terrific. 27-year-old off to a great start, just a shot back.
These tournaments, you got to be really unflappable.
That was Koepka for birdie at 18, and now quite a bit left for his par. His best finish in the U.S. Open as he plays in his 5th as a tie for 4th at Pinehurst 3 years ago. Now at 18, it's Brooks Koepka for par. Strong.
That's an important putt. Reachable today, the 18th, and the easiest hole on the course so far.
Second shot at 11 for Brooks Koepka. Posted 67 yesterday.
This guy, Koepka, Florida State grad, bombs it, has played a Ryder Cup. Watch out for Koepka. He's got the power.
One win on the PGA Tour. That came in 2015 in Phoenix. Here's Koepka at 12.
Was laid back pretty far, and you can tell a totally blind second shot. But these guys play to yardages, and he gauged that just right. Looks like another sure birdie for Koepka here at 12. Oh yeah, no problem.
Your
Confidence.
Your timer won in 2014. Brooks finished tied for 4th.
Sensation too. I've seen it on my Coke bottle before.
God.
Saw it on my forehead
All right,
out there
boys,
earlier.
back to golf. We've got some stars on the tee. Brooks Koepka here at 13.
Oh, right over the top of it.
That swale has been a popular spot
Very
here.
popular spot.
Yeah. Brooks Koepka here has already made a couple of early birdies to get to 7 under. He's just a shot off the pace.
So you're just trying to die it right there at the top of the hill. And
Koepka, fairway wood in hand, trying to keep it out of that center bunker, perhaps.
Yep, just using the fairway wood, playing for position.
I don't think he wants that position, though. It looks a little far left. He's leaning on it.
Could hit it in the world's smallest fairway over there. Can't really tell from that angle.
Well, the wind has kicked up back into him slightly. Not much, but slightly.
Is this
These guys definitely getting the better draw. I mean, there's really not much wind at all. The same way it was yesterday morning, but holy cow.
Oh boy.
Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. There's just no words how powerful that is, unless you're standing here looking at it.
This for sole possession of the lead.
Oh, missed it low. And guys, you said we've seen one eagle putt all day. We've seen 2 now, just in this grouping.
Yep. 3 wood, 3 wood.
That gets him tied for the lead.
609 yards.
It's the world #1 defending champion on the other. And here's Brooks Koepka, co-leader, playing his approach at a 15.
And there once again is the smart play. Just throw it back there behind the pin and
Now Koepka for the outright lead here. First player to get to 9 under. Beautiful stroke.
what a beautiful roll that was.
As we talked about yesterday, everyone knows him for his power.
Chaz let us down a little bit. He had the chance to and left it short.
Good clean up by Brooks, remains 3 under the day.
Of course, he did birdie the 4 holes before that, so we'll let him off a little bit.
Right.
His trainer is Joey Giovasalvi. Joey D, who trains with Dustin and Ricky, who are hitting balls together. And Joey's teaching him how to putt.
We have a new leader.
There's Koepka's drive on 17. Saw this hole yesterday, the only bunkerless hole on the golf course. He said he absolutely drove it so well. He feels like he can swing as hard as he can. Little fades. He was drawing his irons this morning on the range. And power fades with his driver. Tug this one. Yeah, he knew that was a kind of a go-to flag stick for him. And back over on 17. I wonder if Koepka can match. This looks like the same sort of length as Ricky Fowler's putt back there on 7. Not too bad. Now Koepka to stay in that share of the lead. Back up the hill. Nice stroke. Former Florida State Seminole.
Now this is the turn of Brooks Koepka on his 9th hole for a birdie and the outright lead. Just a tiny fraction low. Par 5. Oh, look at that brave line
with an iron.
A brave line. Oh my word.
He might be fortunate there. He might be able to get a swing at that. It didn't seem as if it went too far back into the hazard, so he might be able to get a swing at it.
Now we said that it was an aggressive line for the second.
That's just
now the continuing trials and travails of Brooks Koepka here on the first, his 10th hole.
He said on the range today, Shane, that he loves to chip these. He felt so good, which not all the players have been saying or doing, but that was an impossible place to play from.
Well, that's what I was saying. That, you know, going to Gill here, you know, that's your designers, course architects. That's what.
Now this man had an iron in his hand for the second shot, and he is now scrambling for a par. It's going to be a bogey for Brooks Koepka. Costly, but a long way to go. He just has to learn from that one. But it was an aggressive line that he took for his second. Koepka on the second. Short par 4. His drive over 320 yards. Koepka now for a birdie here on the second.
Here at 3, it's Brooks Koepka.
With a share of the lead here. Or for the lead, excuse me. He has a share of the lead right now. With Fowler, and you're seeing, watch the ball creeping by. Good putt, number 3, one of the more difficult par 4s. I think it's the hardest hole on the golf course today at 515 yards.
Let's go to 4-second shot out of the bunker for Brooks Koepka.
Talk about struggling. This is really not a bunker you can recover from. Oh my, oh, now that's a great break. That was going to go all the way over the green down into the fescue. That will be as nice a fairway bunker shot as you'll see out of anybody this week. Had to get that up quickly to get it over the lip and carry it a long, long way. Brooks Koepka got all kinds of power, and there's Koepka at 4 now. His second shot from that bunker caught the front side of that sprinkler head and kept it from going all the way down into the junk. Now that's it's going to be a good par. You drive it in that fairway bunker, you just about assume you're going to make a bogey.
Oh, on the other 9, here's Koepka on 5. So playing 498 yards today.
Swing. Nice.
That looks beautiful. That bunker that he's going to fly right by is 298 to carry, and that's up on the top level. We'll have a clear approach. Back over to Brooks Koepka, outright leader now, one ahead of Paul Casey, who's sitting watching this on television, very happy to be done. Those bunkers are some of the most diabolical, what Mike Davis said are the most difficult bunkers he's ever seen at any U.S. Open, as we watch Brooks Koepka make that. That was not a gimme. Down the hill with a little bit of break.
Here's Brooks Koepka at 6.
Oh, shit.
That is left of left, and actually you can see the ball. He's far enough left that the grass has been matted down.
Second shot now for Koepka at 6.
Let him in. Come on, get in the hole. Get in there.
While we were away, this is Brooks Koepka for par at 6.
In the hole, Brooks. Get in there, in the hole. Oh.
And he gives one back at the par 3. Now a 4-way tie at the top at 7 under. Casey, Harman, Fleetwood, Koepka.
Now Koepka on the 7th. Putt for birdie with a little speed there. Good effort.
Here's Koepka at 8. Just a moment ago. Tied for the lead.
Totally blind landing area. The whole dog leg's a little to the left, and the fairway slopes a little to the right. And that is just blasted down there. Perfect position.
To 8 in the second shot for Brooks Koepka.
Back up the hill. Hole is cut right on the front of the green. That's a terrific shot for Brooks Koepka. Oh boy, settle down.
Here's Koepka for par now at 8. Sneaks it in. Stays tied at the top.
Brooks Koepka, this devilish little par 3, number 9. Important not only hit it straight, the right distance, can't go long here. Oh, and Koepka stuffs it. And not to take sole possession of the lead. Back here on 9, Koepka has this birdie putt to take sole possession of the lead. Just over 5 feet. Oh, and he's missed a couple putts low like that. Koepka to shoot 70. 7 under par for Brooks Koepka. 4-way tie at the top.
I felt all right. I felt like the back 9, my front 9, I felt like I played really solid. I putted it really well, and then I just made 2 bad swings on the front 9. Batted 3 iron into the hazard on 1, and then pull it to 4 iron on the par 3. So I mean, if you're going to do that, you're going to deserve a bogey up here. I felt like I made a couple good putts there coming in on 8 and 9. Just didn't happen to go in. So I'll take it. I'm pretty pleased.
Your fun spot going into the weekend, obviously.
Yeah, it'll be good. Playing really well. I feel pretty confident, and I'm excited. Driving the ball really well. I mean, it's not easy by any means. It's the U.S. Open, but I played pretty well. Hit a few errant shots there, but I mean, I was telling someone, I've only hit 7-iron. That's the longest club I've hit in any par 4. So, you know, when you're doing that, you got to be able to put it on the green. Some guys are having wood and 4-iron in the greens, or I'm having, you know, wedge and 9-iron. So, I've got to be able to put it close and take advantage of my lane.
You describe yourself as pretty chill in general. Are you a scoreboard watcher or no?
Yeah, I mean, they're posted everywhere. I would be not seeing it.
You pay attention though? Do you like to know where you stand?
I don't really care. Yeah, it's not Sunday afternoon. It doesn't really matter. You're not going to win it today. Just keep plugging along and try to do the best you can.
What's the first time you played?
3, 4? Yeah, I'd stay out of that. I mean, I've been in it and it's just squirted left every time. In fairness, we have no best lies. I don't really know if there is a good lie in the fescue, but I mean, if you're going to hit it in it, you better expect, you know, to have a pretty lengthy putt before.
First time you played here in the Jeep side, was it obvious you were going to be aggressive and hit driver a lot?
And the fairways are wide enough. I mean, I'm trying to think. There's a couple holes where the bunker kind of sneaks out in the middle of the fairway. I mean, I think on 3 today, I think it was like 350. I think we were worried about putting the driver into that bunker. So there's maybe 2 or 3 holes we're looking at through, but other than that, I mean, it's bones away.
Did you get a feeling that the USGA tightened the setup a little today?
Maybe a little. I mean, the golf course is getting firmer. The greens are getting a little firmer, especially towards the end of the last couple of holes. It was, you know, it looked like they were going to die. You know, a foot past the hole and they're rolling out 3 feet, which is, I mean, that's what you expect on a Friday afternoon. As long as it's not wet and raining, I'm sure it's only going to get firmer.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thank you. This is the 2:18 starting time. Please welcome from West Palm Beach, Florida, Brooks Koepka.
When people describe Brooks Koepka as a golfer, they start with the word athlete. Great athletic genes in the family. His great uncle Dick Grote, who was not just an All-American Duke basketball player, but was an NL MVP as a shortstop for the Pittsburgh Pirates back in 1960.
And from England, Tommy Fleetwood.
Here's Koepka.
280 yards for Brooks. That's just a vaporized long iron.
Well, I'll say. That's pretty nice little lead right there, Steve. A lot of power. He's got those Arnold Palmer arms.
Well, we saw Brooks Koepka reach with that iron, and here's his eagle putt for the lead. Even a 2-putt gets him the lead. Sorry, Fleshy.
This all downhill, very quick. About 5 feet of break to his left.
Everybody's missed that low from down there.
To 8 under par goes Brooks Koepka, tied for the lead.
Back on the second tee, Brooks Koepka with driver.
Brad, I would imagine he's taking on this right-hand fairway bunker. You get it over, they'll chase down on the green. Easily got the power.
Sounded like he didn't hit it his best. Well, he actually flew it too far.
Yep.
Well, here's Brooks Koepka with a little difficult shot, a little tougher angle. And heard what Steve Flesh said. Will that stay there? Here's Koepka's putt for birdie. Partner Tommy Fleetwood already missed his birdie putt now from the front of the green. And that'll be a slow putt. Let's see Fleetwood's mark there.
Brooks finished his round yesterday on 9 missed.
Koepka for par. Drove it in the fairway bunker. At 210, couldn't get it there, and Koepka drops back to 7 under par. Cannot reach. Really?
Pete Fescue for Brooks Koepka.
Really difficult shot.
Here's Koepka, second shot at 4.
All right. Sure. There's a lot of balls in that bunker. It's not a hard shot if you catch a good lie.
Koepka for par. From out of the bunker, a sand save for Brooks Koepka, who stays at 7 under, 2 shots back.
Can't imagine many guys in the field would have a better look at the whole location today.
Not too bad. Back on 5, Koepka for birdie. He's got it. Puts him in a share of the lead.
Back on the tee here at the par 3 6th. Koepka. Here's Koepka's second shot at 6, the par 3.
Tricky little pitch here. Has to just chip it onto the backboard, let it filter down into the cup. Nice touch there for Brooks.
There's another one.
Finally getting a little breeze out here, Paul. Take away some of the stillness. We'll see how that affects play.
To 7.
Koepka's second.
299, Brad, straight back into the wind. You guys might want to hold on to something in the studio here. Going at this green from 300 straight into the breeze.
Oh, boy. As far as U.S. Open standards go, that wasn't too difficult a bunker shot.
Got a great read off of Tommy's putt there. This just got about 8 inches of break to the right. Have to keep the speed up so it doesn't just fall off to the right so quickly.
Both of them missed it on the high side. These guys both walk off the 7th with a disappointing par.
Here's Koepka at 8, his second shot.
Only 162 yards. Oh no. Not a good result there.
The 20-year-old walks away with a triple. Here's Koepka for birdie. Just under it.
Man, the birdies are flying. These guys are relaxed. Loving this golf course. Loving these greens.
Now Koepka's second shot. Always nice to hit second on some of these par 3s to watch your playing partner. Tee shot. Brooks Koepka's birdie putt.
Straight back up the slope. Holes on top. Just a precipice, Brad.
It just looks like a hard place to read it, Steve.
It is, and then you kind of can't see the entire hole even though you're only 15 feet away.
Par for Koepka.
And here we go. 18, second shot, par 5, Justin Thomas.
It's 299 yards. Got a little help left to right.
Get in the hole.
Oh, he gave it his all. You can see him trying to bring that ball back to the right.
Oh my
what a shot!
Gosh.
That is amazing. This guy can hit that 3-wood like nobody else. Massive 3-wood on 15, massive 3-wood here on 18, and Justin Thomas putting a stamp on his round.
It could be the best U.S. Open round ever. With relation to par, he makes that. He shoots 9 under.
Brooks has 214 yards here. He's got a 6-iron. He's got to keep it left of that big ridge that bisects the right side of the green.
Justin Thomas has made thousands of these. And here we go.
For a 9 under 63.
Dead center. Early
History.
walked it.
Justin Thomas. A 3rd round 63. And the best single round in U.S. Open history. While that was going on, here's Brooks Koepka at 10 for birdie. He'll stay 3 back. For par for Koepka, 8 under. As he goes to the 11th.
So confident, just blasting shot after shot on the range. Stay up, baby.
No. Loses that on the low side. So easy to do on those left to righters with this amount of slope.
Second shot for Brooks Koepka at 12.
That perfect tee shot here for Brooks, 142 to the hole, which is on that back of the green where we just saw Ricky Fowler make that nice par save. This is just a pitching wedge. Another great shot. Hasn't been able to capitalize on a number of those mid-rangers today.
A little bit earlier at 12 for birdie for Koepka.
Oh yeah, dead center.
He's 2 back.
Now Koepka's tee shot on 13.
Bam Bam's got a 7-iron. This is a good line as well.
With that ball releasing on that back part of the green, there's a little bowl over there his ball's heading towards.
Gonna run away from him just past the hole. About 2 feet of break to the left as well.
Just under 40 feet. Nice line, but again, really hard to judge the distance. Koepka for his little tap in. Got to pay attention. Ooh. It's down there.
The big man with the big driver trying to fit it in down there here on the par 5.
Well, he's going to have to hit it to the right of the bunker in the middle of your screen.
Get you some Brooks!
Looks good. Oh my gosh, that's so impressive.
Now Koepka.
244 with this 2-iron.
Nice. Come on, please.
Looking for help up there and getting a little bit, but not what he wanted. And so brilliantly finds the fairway. He is 3 shots off the lead. Here's Koepka. Long eagle try. Oh. Almost had to share the lead. It leaves him this for birdie.
Oh, what a good comeback putt. And that's a nice 2-putt from that
Left side of that green. Koepka on the tee here with an iron. Could he possibly think he can reach this green? Oh, boy.
That's horrendous.
I'll tell you what, that looked like he was trying to get it to the front of the green. He left it out there, and really a nice place to come in from. Koepka lucky to stay out of that bunker. He hasn't made a 3 yet here this week. 2 pars the previous 2 rounds. He didn't make the best pitch from down there. Let's see if he can convert this up and down. Make it a 4-way top tie at 11 under.
Well, you heard the roar.
Half a bogey there for, isn't it? For Koepka.
Here's Koepka at 16.
Well, now maybe my high five at Ryder Cup 2002 won't be the worst high five ever anymore.
And a nice shot right into the middle of the green for Koepka with Fleetwood up in front of him. Pick it up at 16. Brooks Koepka for birdie.
One time, Brooksy.
Now Koepka on the tee.
Boys. Come on, Brooks.
Nice.
Ball was rolling 10 or 15 yards or more the first 2 days. Koepka's second here on 17. Aiming to the left. He likes to fade it. Boy, he hoisted that up there. But again, I wouldn't call that cautious. I'd call that the right play.
Absolutely, that's the right play. You meant.
I think he knows he had the line there. That was going to break a little to the left.
What's going on here at Erin Hills? Here's Koepka at the tee at 18.
Protective of going over the green. Now Koepka.
293 for Brooks. Got to cover everything in his way on this line.
What a shot.
It's just amazing.
That'll be for a share of the lead if he can make that. And yet he comes up short. '68.
Yeah, I feel like I'm playing. I felt like today was pretty solid. It wasn't. Got to do a little better on the front nine. I don't know what it is. Kind of that start today wasn't very good, to be honest. And you know, I righted the ship. I was driving the ball kind of wayward there in the first 5 holes. But you know, you got to put the ball in the fairway out here to score, and did that on the back nine. I would say so. Just because 11 under is pretty good. I think that strategy is pretty good. So yeah, it's worked so far, so I think I'll stick with it. Yeah, there's definitely some opportunities. I think that back nine you can really shoot a low one. You know, today with the tee being up on, I think it was the par 5 14, you know, we were able to hit it over that bunker, which is key on that hole. I mean, we didn't hit it down the slope, but the back nine really suits my eye. I don't know why. I think there's a lot of tee shots that are left to right. That might be why I just hit it hard down the left side and let it come back. But I mean, I love this golf course. I think it's great. Yeah, playing good. Feel really confident, driving the ball well, putting it well. I feel probably a lot more comfortable than I have probably in the past. I would say between, putting myself in contention before. I mean, I don't know. I feel like U.S. Open we do pretty well in the PGA. We seem to be up there every year, but the Ryder Cup helps. It's kind of simple. I think that's probably the most amount of pressure I think I've ever played in. So when you look at that and just kind of build off the experiences I had there. It's funny. I think there's so many good young players that I think this is going to be kind of not the trend, but you're going to see a lot of, Justin Thomas, Ricky Fowler, myself, hopefully, you're going to see us up there a lot in the next few years. I probably won't be as nervous on the tee box, I can tell you that. I was worried in Hazeltine whether the ball was going to fall off the tee if I was actually going to be able to put it on if it fell off. But no, it's one of those things where it's just confidence. The more and more opportunities you get and you put yourself in that position, you feel a lot more comfortable.
Justin's record-setting 63 today.
It's awesome. I'm happy for him. It's pretty neat to do it in the U.S. Open. He's been playing well, so I'm not surprised. Thanks,
gentlemen. Thanks, bro. And from West Palm Beach, Florida, Brooks Koepka.
When the crowd dies down, you can hear the effect of the wind on one of those tarps back there. It sounds like somebody's applauding while these guys are teeing off. Brooks Koepka right out of the gym earlier this morning and on to the practice tee, and now the opening hole. Best finish time for fourth 3 years ago. And he can bomb it.
Thank you.
He was a Florida State Seminole there, Azinger, just like you.
Yeah, he sure was. Got a bright future. Real likable guy.
Been on the 20, so been straight off the right and having a go at it. Brave.
And he's only the 5th player to put it on that green in 2 today. Wasted a shot there.
Koepka for eagle at 1.
Everybody's done that from down there. We've seen a lot of 3-putts from there.
But there are worse angles to putt from than this.
It's not a hard putt. Normal situations. See how he feels here. Good putt and a good start for Koepka, taking advantage of his length at the first, knocking it on in 2. Tied for the lead.
Slightly more awkward angle this one. He's got to go across just the edge of the green, have to pop it a little bit higher in the air.
Good contact. Oh, beautiful touch for Koepka. And that little putt to get to 13 under par. He may finish that hole. Yeah, look at this. This is his best 54 position in the majors. 2017 U.S. Open. He's tied for 2nd. What's going to happen today? Finished twice, tied for 4th, tied for 5th at that 2015 PGA Championship. And what a beautiful start here for Koepka. Now Koepka to tap this thing then. Make birdie, I'll match you. One better. Koepka 13 under. He's got it alone. Green from these players. Now Koepka.
Straight into the teeth of the breeze.
This is the only hole he bogeyed yesterday.
Crane in the distance.
Finishing on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, got to finish on there.
Great start.
He likes to fade the ball, Paul, and he's really controlled it well. Amazing tee to green this week. 83% of the greens he's hit in regulation. And then 3 more in a row to start his final round here at the U.S. Open.
Half the distance away. Marvellous iron shot in here. the ridge to go up, will turn a fraction from his right and may straighten up.
Come on, baby! Get in there!
Another putt left short by Koepka, but that's understandable.
Today. Back on the tee. Our leader and the bomber, Brooks Koepka.
Tell you what, you can talk to that fade all day long. He keeps hitting that. Watch out.
Second shot for Brooks Koepka at 4.
That's a heck of a shot. You see Koepka cutting off that finish.
Sneaky fast, this one down the slope.
Get home!
For birdie in the lead.
Koepka made the comment after yesterday's round. He got a little more left on that. He said that he's not going to be as nervous as he was at the Ryder Cup. Oftentimes that Ryder Cup comes before your first major win. Deal with that kind of pressure.
Koepka after a perfect start too.
He and Ricky Elliott, his caddy, figured the right line.
Let's watch Brooks Koepka here off the tee. Uh-oh. That bunker's in play for him. Easily downwind. Oh, he's carried it. A massive hit. Now Brooks Koepka with his second into 5. Believe that Brooks' experience playing the European Tour. He had 5 wins over there. He traveled with his buddy Peter Uihlein. Really going to help him in this situation, and especially these similar conditions.
Perfect angle. Brad, a little up the hill, little movement for his right. You couldn't pick an easier 12-footer.
Boy, it looked like no real misread there.
Just painfully short. He's got the lead. He's got to be feeling all the way to that. And he didn't have great touch yesterday either.
All this wind as you look at Brooks Koepka here while we were away at 6, the par 3.
Get it home!
That'll run away just a little bit. The scoring average is over 2 strokes higher today than yesterday. Now it's Koepka at 6 for birdie and the lead.
Uphill for 80% of the way, then it levels out.
He's left every putt short today. He's got every reason to leave this one short too after seeing Fleetwood put it off the green. That's a good 2-putt there. Double cross.
Well, he gets a break if he's. Oh, that's going to be no problem there.
The 7.
Koepka out of the walk down fescue, trampled down fescue. He really couldn't ask for a better place, and just missed getting into the fairway. That's going to make a difference on this shot.
I'm going to go at 18 for birdie for Scheffler, the amateur. 1 under for the championship. He is currently tied with Cameron Champ for the low amateur honors. Champ is playing on the 15th right now, back to 7.
His third first cut.
All right.
I'll funnel back down. Not too bad. Sometimes out of that little cut there, you get a flyer lie, and you don't have to worry about the spin of the ball getting caught up out of the fairway.
Quite an early big swing, and then it sort of straightens out, or certainly stops turning quite as much.
Can we get this one to the hole? Another good putt there for Koepka. Fleetwood made his par here on 7. Now Koepka Pop this thing in there. Good par here.
Very difficult shot to find the fairway. Got to flirt with the left rough down the left side. Blind fairway at 2, and the ball kicks hard to the right.
Say hello to your mother for me.
Going with a 3-wood there. Easy to draw a 3-wood on that wind. His power, he ought to fly that no problem. That's 40 yards past where Ricky Fowler was, maybe more.
Koepka now at 8, second shot.
Yards ahead of where Ricky Fowler was earlier.
Now back to Brooks Koepka, co-leader at 8.
There we go. 2 putts in a row from Koepka that have reached the hole from a long ways away, and that was a big one there.
Sole possession of the lead at 14 under par.
He really hits down at the ball. He's not a picker. That hitting down adds some spin. Birdie putt for Brooks Koepka, championship leader. He's part of this hole every day this week. Fast green, very exposed out here.
Koepka now at 10.
Wind's left to right. He's got it riding on the wind. That is literally 68 yards wide, this fairway, and he's hit it into the rough as he is leading the field in green to regulation. But this is a very difficult second shot. All carry right over the flag.
Get a little help here from this little swale coming back down the hill.
Well, you don't want to be short.
Nope. That's a beautiful shot. Only the second fairway Koepka's missed today, and it was on the widest fairway on the golf course.
This putt for Bernie, our leader.
And that got away from Koepka.
We saw the putt down the hill by Brooks Koepka, our leader by 1. Here he is trying to avoid a bogey at 10.
Went that one a little farther by than I thought, and he pulled that right out of the gate, misread it a little bit as well, and all of a sudden, first bogey of the week on the back 9 for Brooks Koepka happens at number 10.
That's a fairly generous landing area.
That's right, Ken, and this is the first time that these guys, these right-handers, have got a win that they love. This will be a tougher win for Brian Harman.
You know, that's a good call, Paul, and to see Koepka after bogey just stripe it way down there. Good way to regain himself some composure after that bogey. At 11. 2 fires it right at the flagstick. Koepka a chance for a bounce back birdie here on 11. There's Koepka at class, now Koepka at school here. See if he can make this birdie to get a 1-shot lead. Nice opportunity there, lost. Keeps him in a tie with Harman. So quick from that side of the hole.
Ever take away from him.
You can't have it your way.
Here at the tee at 12, Koepka.
Just a bomb down there. He didn't even use the hill.
Here's Koepka at 12. Another good shot. And now the putt for Koepka. Stays tied with Harman at the top.
Flag slightly left on the green, so not so easy for a cutter with the wind off the left.
Roger Vidal.
And that tool missed to the right. So many of the players today have hit it over here. Can he be like Ricky Fowler and get it up and down?
Got a tight lie into the breeze. He's going to tend to grab if he's not careful. Most of it uphill until the last 6 feet or so. It just trickles down the slope.
He's really only got half of these up and down and greens he's missed. He hasn't missed many greens.
Speaking of par, Brooks Koepka. Oh. How crucial was that with a fist pump? I don't think his fists are little. Look at those biceps.
He's going to lay up, going with 3-wood. Try to take that bunker out of play.
Yeah.
That's absolutely a beauty.
Here's Koepka at 14. In the bunker. This to get to 12 under. And a round of 66. He has a chance. And would become Japan's first major champion. Third shot for our leader, Brooks Koepka.
He's got a beautiful backstop behind the flag to feed the ball back. He's going to use it. Oh, but that will be fast.
Birdie for Koepka. 14 under par, a 2-shot lead.
Huge tee shot here for Koepka. Well back, but a high ball there that doesn't roll much. Safely in the fairway.
Brooks doesn't have to take this flag on if he doesn't want to, and if he does, he must hit it left as a cut, otherwise push it right into Alcatraz.
He's got to hit it right at the TV tower there. Forget about the... I guess he doesn't. It's incredible. They're only playing that shot 5 yards farther than the yardage. Brooks Koepka has no idea how great that shot was, considering everything going around. Brooks Koepka has played all over the world. We said that earlier in the telecast. 5 European Tour wins, and that's had to help him. And boy, if he can make this putt with those 3 downwind holes coming in, be gigantic. And that never looked like it was going to miss. Brooks Koepka birdie on 15 to go 3 ahead of Matsuyama, done in the clubhouse.
No, right over the flag.
And drifting back down, almost hole high.
A few players leave it short from here. It's got some left break in it. And make another one.
Get the hole!
You better believe it!
Wow! 16 under par and a 4-shot lead. He's made 3 birdies in a row.
Going with the big dog.
I don't think
so
so.
well.
Yeah, again, there's not one bad thought in this guy's brain right now. He's just going to swing as hard as he can.
It's good. That's so bad. It's all right.
That's so bad. It's all right. And that stays on the right edge of the fairway.
Only one player has been as far a 17 under par. That was Rory McIlroy at Congressional in 2011. He finished at 16 under. So, as you said, Brad, one more birdie would get him to 17 under. And if he ends there, that would be record-setting as well.
Couldn't hold another one, could he, Paul?
31 feet. Gave that a good run.
Probably a little more ambitious than he needed to be.
Sun setting, but it would be nice to take a decent lead down the last.
Another great putt by Brooks Koepka.
That's money right there, buddy. That is money.
Easiest hole on the golf course today. He's gone par, birdie this week.
Swing, folks.
He's just roasted. Oh, look at that. Absolutely roasted that. It's a mile down there. What'd you call it, Ken? A corker.
Stunt step.
And he's 3 shots back of this man, Brooks Koepka. Aiming at history.
Longest tee shot of the day, 379 yards for Koepka. Just 272 to the hole. He's left it in a perfect spot.
And he hit it with a 3-wood.
Yeah, he did.
Wasn't even a driver.
Well, if he can get that up and down, it would be 17 under par, which would be the best score in relation to par in U.S. Open history.
That ball actually just stopped rolling, Joe, but it stopped short of the bunker. He'll be pitching back up the hill.
You know, Claude Harmon, Butch's son, who helps Brooks Koepka with his full swing, said he showed up on Monday as content as Dustin Johnson did last year at Oakmont. He said he had never seen him in a better place, confident with that similar drive. They both hit that power cut, and he had that power cut working this week so well. Hit so many fairways.
The U.S. Open seems to be a paradise for guys who fade the ball. Faders play well in U.S. Opens.
Here's what he's chasing. Lowest score to par. But here is Brooks Koepka. His dad, Bob, a terrific athlete himself, played basketball and baseball. Bridgeport, West Virginia. Was a terrific pitcher for West Virginia Wesleyan. And for Brooks, his life perspective changed 5 years ago when his mom, Denise, was diagnosed with breast cancer. She took it on, beat cancer with the boys Brooks and Chase by her side, and she told them, you have to be able to give a punch and take a punch in golf and in life. And he has punched at Erin Hills. And he's about to win his first major championship at the age of 27.
This ball's on the tight grass. Get up. Watch out. It stayed, but just barely. He's got this putt for the all-time record. Lowest score ever posted in the U.S. Open.
That part won't happen. But a major championship will. Brian Harman has already laid up behind Brooks Koepka here at 18. This for the U.S. Open. Koepka, a major champion. Rick. As subdued a reaction as you'll ever see. Like business as usual, and it's anything but. At the age of 27, Brooks Koepka has won the U.S. Open.
2017 U.S. Open champion. How does that sound?
It's unbelievable. I don't even know what to say right now, but it's pretty cool. You know, to do it here, back where I played the USAM, is special, and it's a real team effort between my caddy Ricky, Claude, Harmon, my coach, and my agent Blake, Pete Cowan, Jeff Pierce. I mean, everybody put in a lot of work. Even Joey D, trainer. So it's definitely a special moment.
Well, you can't do it by yourself. How satisfying is it for you and to all of your friends and mentors, your family especially?
Oh, it's awesome. To get the calls and text messages I did last night was pretty special. Everybody, just giving me a piece of advice. Everybody from, just telling me to stick to what I've done so far, and that's what I did today. And to be honest with you, I felt so confident out there. It was great.
Let's go back to the first of the week, or the first time you saw this golf course. Wide fairways, a lot of length. We know the strength is the best part of your game. It had to bring a smile across your face, I think, didn't it?
Yeah, I did love it. It was kind of bombs away. You could hit it far, and the fairways are generous enough where you could still miss it and hit the fairway. So that was a big plus for me. And a good ball striker, and a couple of these par fives. I don't even need to hit driver. I can still get there, and the way I putted this week was unbelievable too.
So let's go back. 10, kind of a sloppy bogey there. How important was the par putt at 13?
Yeah, I said that was kind of the momentum thing. It's especially with the putts that I hit on 10, 11, and 12. I needed something to kind of go in and see that to kind of build momentum off it. But when that went in, that felt really good, and just carried that over.
So now you birdie 14, 15, and 16. You put the hammer down. Does that carry over? And where are you looking at the leaderboard at this time?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to miss. There's one on every hole. So, I knew where I stood. I was just trying to make it. I was trying to get it as low as I could. It was something that I thought was important, just to stay focused and keep the pedal down.
Well, when the pressure got the most, you played your best, and because of that, you're champion of the U.S. Open. Now for two special presentations. Mike Davis.
Curtis. Brooks, congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Since 1895, the USGA has awarded all of its champions a solid gold medal, and we are distinct honor to present you the Jack Nicklaus Medal for your victory in the 117th United States Open Championship. Great going, champ.
Appreciate
Great going.
it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Now the president of the United States Golf Association, Diana Murphy.
Thank you, Curtis. And happy Father's Day to all of the dads that are watching. Brooks, wonderful playing today in particular and all week. We couldn't be more proud of you in winning the ultimate test of golf. And so it is my pleasure to present to you the coveted U.S. Open Championship trophy to our 117th U.S. Open champion. Congratulations.
Thank you, Diana. Brooks, I have one last question. When you get home tonight and you look at the names on this trophy, think about it. We met Hogan, Nelson, Jones, Nicklaus, Palmer. What do you think to yourself?
What I've done this week is amazing. To even be in the same category and win those tournaments as some of the guys that are on this trophy is unbelievable. I got to see it a lot last year with Dustin, and this is really truly special. It really is.
Well, you don't know it, but your life has changed overnight. Congratulations again.